Hello everyone and welcome to Hotrich where you come to get amazed. So here are we with another video to give you goosebumps. We all have visited some of the dangerous places in the world, but today we will look into some of the most dangerous roads you never want to drive on. Number 1. The Karakoram Highway. The Karakoram Highway is a 1300-kilometer national highway which extends from Hassan Abdal in the Punjab province of Pakistan to the Punjab Pass in Gilgit-Baltistan, where it crosses into China and becomes China National Highway. Due to its high elevation and the difficult conditions in which it was constructed, it is often referred as to the eighth wonder of the world. Besides the beauty of the nature, the road is one of the scariest and hair-raising jeep trip in the world. 810 Pakistanis and 82 Chinese workers lost their lives mostly in landslides and falls while building the highway. The highest paved international road on the planet doesn't come without its dangers. The road is extremely treacherous and requires a vehicle that can hold its own against some of the most unforgiving terrain in the world. Avalanches and heavy snowfalls and landslides can occur anytime and can sometimes block some sections of the road, while the incredible views of K2 you see along the way make it a popular tourist route. The 800-mile highway is a nightmare for people who are prone to altitude sickness, while absolutely with no barrier on one side and sheer rock wall on the other. The margin of driver error is fairly slim to make matters worse. Number 2 is the Highway of Sichuan. China National Highway 318 runs from Shanghai to Zhongmu on the China-Nepal border. It is the longest China National Highway at 5,476 kilometers in length. The Sichuan-Tibet Highway is also infamously known for bad driving surfaces and sharp mountain side hairpins. Driving along single-track sections in bad weather can be a great challenge to a less experienced driver. The road is not paved, which makes it a mud trap during the rainy seasons. You will often come across thousands car jams stretching for miles. The real danger is not in getting stuck in the jam, but in the hostilities that crop up among bored drivers. There are constant fights, theft, harassments, and even kidnappings for money when drivers are stuck in the muds for weeks. Number 3 is the Taroko Gorge Road in Taiwan. Part of Taiwan's Highway number 8, the Taroko Gorge Road is widely considered to be the country's deadliest stretch of roadway, carved into and sometimes through the mountainous terrain. This road faces significant erosion and landslides. Thanks to heavy rain and earthquakes, it has made all the more challenging by the fact that the road is extremely narrow in spots and has numerous blind corners which can be full-on surprises, lose control or get bumped by another car. There's a good bet that you are plummeting down the side of the mountain and becoming the latest victim of this infamous stretch of road. Number 4 is the Skipper's Canyon Road in New Zealand. When your rental insurance won't cover you for driving on a road, you know it must be dangerous. Located in the southwest, New Zealand Skipper's Canyon Road has all the characteristics you would expect of a dangerous route. It is carved into the side of a mountain and has very little of the way of safety features and barriers and is extremely narrow. In fact, this 16.5-mile stretch is so narrow that if two vehicles meet, one will often have to back up for some distance to find a pass wide enough to let the other pass safely. Number 5. The Paths of Rajala in India. This 9.5 kilometers long stretch is situated 3.5 kilometers above sea level and links the cities of Ladakh and Kashmir. High winds and heavy snowfall make this route impossible for long periods. During the year, motorists are advised to use four-wheel drive, but the mud can become so thick after a rain that even the best vehicles get stuck. Even in perfect weather, the narrow roads, lack of safety barriers and used by other large trucks and livestock mean the Rajala Pass is one road to stay clear of. Number 6. The Pass of Stelvio in Italy. The Stelvio Pass, or Passo dello Stelvio in Italian, is the second highest paved mountain pass in the Alps. The road zigzags for about 29 miles up and over the Altar Alps in the northern Italy, a stone's throw from the Swiss border. While not ranked highly among the most scenic passes in the Alps, it is considered one of the most dramatic and challenging to drive thanks to its 48 hairpin bends. The Stelvio Pass has been regarded as an excellent driving road, at least for drivers looking for a challenge, since August 1898, when it held its first hill climb event with motor vehicles whose top speeds were under 20 miles per hour. Number 7. The Guoliang Tunnel Road in China. This terrifying road's nickname is the road that tolerates no mistakes. Maybe that's because it's also one of the world's steepest roads, chiseled into the mountain by local villagers. The Guoliang Tunnel is located in the Taihang Mountains in China's Henan province. It was built to connect the isolated village of Guoliang to the rest of the world. Construction began in 1972 with only 13 villagers working on that project. They had no power tools and worked with hammers and chisels. It took years to complete the 0.75 mile long tunnel, which opened in May of 1977. For the first time ever, cars could reach Guoliang. Since then, it has attracted tourists from all over the world and offers one-of-a-kind ride through all mountains. Number 8. The Pass of Los Caracoles in Chile. Locals call it Los Caracoles. Snail's Pass is a mountain pass in the Andes between Argentina and Chile. It is the main transport route out of Chilean capital city Santiago into Mendoza city in Argentina, and so carries quite heavy traffic. The route demands 100% concentration, passing through some of the most remote areas in South America. The landscape remains the same, but the road gets higher with much more quickly, forcing a winding route so perfectly delineated that seen from the air looks like the coil of a refrigerator. The traffic is intense, especially for heavy vehicles facing this part with calmness and resignation, forming long convoys that slow pace a mounting port. Viewed from a distance, the trucks seem snails. Number 9 is the road of Jalalabad, Kabul in Afghanistan. Kabul-Jalalabad Highway is a section of A01 National Highway with a length of 143 kilometers linking Kabul and Jalalabad, Afghanistan. The 40-mile stretch, a breathtaking chasm of mountains and cliffs between the Kabul and Jalalabad, claims so many lives so regularly that the most people stopped counting long ago. Cars flip and flatten, trucks soar to the valley floor, buses play chicken. During snowfalls, the highway remains closed and vehicles full of passengers can be waiting for hours in the bitter winter. Many roads have been dubbed most dangerous, but the 65-kilometer stretch of highway from Jalalabad to Kabul has more claim than most, snaking through Taliban territory. Number 10. The Street of Death, Road of North Yungas in Bolivia. Additionally called the Street of Death within the Yungas region of Bolivia, it is legendary for its intense hazard, and the Inter-American Development Bank christened it because of the world's most risky avenue. One estimate is that 200 to 300 vacationers are killed every year alongside the road. It is known as the world's scariest and most dangerous road by the Inter-American Development Bank. This is the top most dangerous road in the world. Both the traveler and driver need to remain steady, calm and alert while driving through these streets. Alright then, I think maybe after this video we should all just stay home. But thanks for your time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Please leave us a comment about your thoughts and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.